watching TBPN. We're breaking down the X's and O's of the GPT-5 launch today. GPT-5 launched from OpenAI. We have Sam Altman, the founder, CEO. He briefly got cut from the team in November of 2023, but he's back leading the team for the 2024-2025 seasons. He seems healthy. He's doing great today. He went on at 10 a.m. to break down the launch of GPT-5. He has a couple of key plays in his playbook, in his arsenal. He's got a solid ground game. Lots of quick posts hitting the timeline, probably in lowercase. Then he might air it out with a couple 1,000-word essay. We've seen him do this before. It's a bit of a Hail Mary. Maybe AGI has a couple thousand days away. Maybe we're in the soft singularity, but he's very strong there with the long post when he needs to be. It's up his sleeve if he needs it. Then he can also pull out the vague posting. He was doing this last night, posted a picture of the Death Star. No one knows what it means. Maybe it was taking a shot at the Doomers who are on the defense today. So he's also known for driving supercars. That lets him get to the office faster. He's saving time and money. You can save time and money by going to ramp.com. Easy to use, corporate cards, bill pay, and accounting, and a whole lot more all in one place. And so he also gave, apparently, this is a rumor, he gave every OpenAI employee who's been with the company for more than 2 years, $1.5 million. A lot of people say $1.5 million, that's not enough for a big house in San Francisco, but it is enough for a supercar. So that's probably why he picked that number. And that's what the OpenAI team will be doing with that money. They'll be buying Aston Martin Valkyries, Pagani Huayras, McLaren Sabres, for Ferrari Daytona SP3s. They can get a Koenigsegg, Gemera. They could get a Singer, DLS, or a Bugatti Veyron. It would have to be used. They could also get the Bentley Bacalar. There's only 12 of those ever made. It's an open-top two-seater roadster. It's coach-built, so that's going to run your $1.5 million. But that's perfect. You just got the $1.5 million bonus. So put it to work. Spend it all in one place on a car. This is financial advice. Yes, exactly. Then you got Greg Brockman. He's joining at noon. He's extremely well rested. He's actually coming off a sabbatical right now. That's very exciting. He should be injury-free for the rest of the season. He cut his teeth at MIT. And then he got drafted by Stripe in 2010. Microsoft tried to do a trade deal during the 2023 chaotic trade window that opened up post Sam Altman ouster. But he stuck with the OpenAI team, and now he's president of the company. Then you got Mark Chen. He's coming on at 11:30 today. He's the chief research officer. The rumor is that he turned out a maxed out contract to head the Meta Llamas, but he's sticking with the OpenAI team. He was an MIT undergrad, also worked at Jane Street before joining OpenAI in 2018. Then we got Sarah Fryer coming on the show at 12:30. She's the CFO of OpenAI. It's her job to find bank accounts big enough to fill all the cash they're raising. It's a tough job. You got to find, this bank account, will it hold 10 figures? Will it hold 11 figures? Will it hold 12 figures?
Fit a lot of cash in this one.
Exactly. She's also going to be defining the non-GAAP metrics that will be catnip for Ben Thompson in just a few years. We're excited to talk to her about how she's measuring the success and the health of their business. Obviously, it's not just revenue. It's not just top line, bottom line. We're going to want to know about queries. We're going to want to know about DAUs, all those non-GAAP metrics. That's where people are going to be tracking when IPO day comes, hopefully soon. And then we also have Brad Lightcap. He's joining at 2:35. He entered the league as an investment banker. Let's give it up for the investment bankers. They don't get enough credit around here, but we love the investment bankers. Then he got drafted by Y Combinator before joining OpenAI as CFO in 2018. Now he's the chief operating officer. And then we have Max Schwarzer. He's in charge of post-training, fine-tuning these models, getting them into the fighting performance to put on a display of authority on GPT-5 launch day. Now, let's flip it over to the defense. They're going up against the timeline. They're going up against the vibe checks. We got the Doomers. The Doomers, they're led by Eliezer Yudkowsky. Admittedly, everyone knows this. No one debates this. The Doomers have had a terrible season. But you'd expect to see at least a few Hail Marys about GPT-5 creating bioweapons thrown up on the timeline today. Probably won't be bangers, probably won't get 1,000 likes, but you'll be seeing them here and there, mostly in the replies. We've also seen some doomers talking about GPT-5 being available to every government employee. And Eliezer had some harsh words about that. Don't give the keys to Sam Altman. Don't give the keys to the government to OpenAI. He was upset about that. But in general, the doomers not putting much of a fight up today. Then you got Claude. Interesting. Claude was caught playing for the wrong team earlier this week. Anthropic, they're on defense today, but we saw them take out OpenAI's key pinch hitter, Claude. The Claude Code API was playing for the OpenAI team, but they shut that down, and Claude is no longer pinch hitting for OpenAI. Then you got the Elon stands. The ground game's going to be there. It's going to be it's going to be strong. The Elon stands are going to be tracking the benchmarks relentlessly. We know XAI loves to benchmax, and all the Elon stands are going to be calling out GPT-5 for any misaligned benchmarks. If they fail humanity's last exam, it's over. It's over. They'll also toss up the occasional unhinged conspiracy theory. Moving on, Gemini. The betting lines have shifted big time. People thought Gemini was out of the game. They're so back.
They're up.
Polymarket has Gemini at 75% chance of being the best model towards the end of the month. This is, of course, based on the LM Arena, more vibes-based benchmark. But Gemini will probably be quiet today. They usually don't try and front-run press releases. They usually try and sit back, let the model speak for themselves, let the API credits work their way through the latest YC Demo Day batch, and get the product into the hands of people. And so expect to see a big, glossy conference in a couple weeks. Demoing Gemini 3 should be a good rebuttal from the Geminis. Then you got the Meta Llamas. Zuck's been on a poaching spree. He's rebuilding the team during the offseason. Now he has a stacked roster, and he's ready to go duke it out. But no one knows exactly what's going to be in the playbook. Is he going to go consumer? Is he going to go API? Is he going to turn into a hyperscaler? We don't know, but we know they got a stacked team. They got Alex Wang. They got Nat Friedman. They got Daniel Gross. They got tons and tons of other researchers. They've been raiding every other team, completely reset the salary cap for the league, and it's been an absolute clinic in terms of recruiting over there at Llama. Then you got the final benchmark, ARC-AGI. This benchmark stands. GPT-5 couldn't get past this defense. And ARC-AGI, sitting there right in the end zone, just swatting him down all day. You think we're super intelligence around the corner? ARC-AGI denied. Tyler, give us the update on ARC-AGI. Where does everything stand? How'd GPT-5 do? Does it matter? Should we care about ARC-AGI? We love the team behind them, but is it an important benchmark? Should we be tracking it today?
Okay. So there's ARC-AGI V1 and V2, right?
Okay.
On both
and
of them.
V3.
V3. I actually don't know if
no one's even tested V3
Yeah, no
yet.
one's even really close there.
But how are we doing on V1?
V1, GPT-5 is at 65.7. Unfortunately, that's going to be 1% just short of Grok 4, 66.7. Okay, ARC-AGI 2.
The Elon stands are going to be going wild with that.
ARC-AGI 2,
Okay.
9.9%.
9.9%.
Grok 4, 16%.
16%.
So absolute kind of brutal, ARC-AGI mogging.
Rough showing.
Some people have accused Grok 4 of being slightly benchmaxed.
Yes.
This is,
They might have a team
who's to say,
working
really,
on
but
what are the pros and cons? We know the cons of benchmarking, of benchmaxing. You're overfitting on something that might not actually drive consumer value. It might not actually solve real world problems. It might not increase DAUs or revenue or ARR or anything that really matters. It might not even get us closer to super intelligence. Give me the counter argument. Why is benchmaxing good?
the bull case for benchmarking.
The bull case for benchmarking,
Okay.
benchmaxing. Break it down for me.
Yeah, so I think the idea is basically this is almost like a non-AGI pilled kind of take, right?
Okay.
So if you don't have a super general intelligence,
Yep.
Your ability to benchmax basically proves your ability to solve some like kind of specific task. So there's this thing about the gas
Called
station
going
benchmark.
spiky.
Yeah.
It's called getting spiky.
Getting spiky, adding more spikes to the spiky intelligence.
Yeah, I think it was Rune who had this tweet about
Yep.
the gas station benchmark.
Yep.
Right. I don't care if he said something like, I don't care about AI solving gas stations if it has the gas station benchmark, something like that.
Yeah.
But the idea is like, if making the gas station benchmark.
Rune said, my bar for AGI is an AI that can learn to run a gas station for a year without a team of scientists collecting the gas station data set in capital letters.
Yeah, and then my take is basically I don't care how they got to the, like, I don't care how they made it run the gas station. I care how fast
that
it
it
gets
runs
here.
it. If
Yeah.
if we can run the gas station with AI, that's
if you
good
have
enough.
a team who's, your bench maxing team, that just proves that, like, if you have some task that's like really important that you
Yep.
want to get done,
Yep.
they can just figure it out.
Yep.
So it's like RL for business. This
Yep.
is like the same thing. RL for law.
Yeah.
All of these, like,
This is what
specific verticals. If
Mira
you can
Murati
benchmark
is
super
doing
well,
this with thinking machines,
exactly,
right? Like
yeah.
RL for businesses. Come into your organization, understand the most valuable business processes out there that could potentially be RL'd against, that could be turned into a benchmark,
Yeah.
and then bench hacked. Because I don't care if you're hacking, if I have translate this type of document to this type of document for my business. If you can do it with 100% accuracy, I don't care that you bench hacked it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Like benchmarks right now are not like economically valuable. Like if you're really that much better at MMLU,
Yes.
it's like, are you producing that much value?
Yes.
Probably not. But if you make some new benchmark that's, your tax benchmark, I think
Yep.
Anthropic just released that fairly recently.
Oh, sure.
That's like, I don't care if you bench max on that.
As
If it
long as
does way better.
if it does the taxes,
because then
you're
it's gonna do the task.
Yeah, that makes sense. What about what does it say that it feels like OpenAI seems capable of bench hacking? It seems like they've opted not to. Is that because bench hacking has the risk of giving you negative aura? Because if you're accused and found guilty of bench hacking, it often reveals that you're not building this one beautiful, super intelligence to rule them all.
Yeah, I think it's also like maybe we're just looking at the wrong benchmarks.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe there's a bunch of like interesting benchmarks about, like, there's this one I really like. It's the Minecraft benchmark, where you have to like build. You like give it some castle and how good it looks. Or there's the one you always see about the unicorn.
Yeah.
That's
What's that?
in it's so you use this like math package that does like graphs and stuff, but you ask it to draw a unicorn.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Those are really good because it kind of
yeah.
shows the creativity, stuff like that.
Walk us through TBPN bench. And
Yeah,
what we will be benchmarking the AIs against going forward. Have you heard about this?
Reps of 225.
That would be close, but it's difficult because the humanoids kind of change that, and you can just use a normal actuator. This is truly for a large language model. You feed in our data set. We have a public data set, a private data set, presumably at some point. But walk us through TBPN bench.
Yeah, so I'm yet to try this on GPT-5. I don't think it's out yet,
Okay.
like for public use. At least I don't have it. But I can tell some of the questions, right? So the first one, I have this picture of a horse. You have to guess the breed.
Yep.
So let me see. I think I don't want to say it in case GPT-5 is listening, but
Yep.
it may or may not be a Caspian horse.
Okay. And it's failing right now.
O3 is failing.
O3 is failing.
4.0 is failing. I haven't tried every model.
We tried. Yeah, we got to try Grok and Gemini.
We're gonna all out. Yeah.
Force identification. This seems extremely hackable, but at the very least, if we get one scientist to go off and collect the horse data set and then bench hack it, I think we will have done our job.
Yeah.
For
So
sure.
that's the first question.
Yes.
The second one is I have two pictures of
Okay.
the before and after of this guy, and it's which peptide did he take to
Okay.
achieve this body transformation.
Yep.
So it fails there.
It fails there. So you
Yep.
have a data set of what peptide does what to the human body? Where'd you
Yeah.
find that?
Well, Wikipedia has a lot of this stuff.
Okay. You would think it'd be able to cheat this around with O3. Just reason who is this person? Go look up what they've said they've taken,
Yeah.
and then boom, you have
Well,
the
at
answer.
first with O3, when I was prompting it, I would like save the photo,
Yep.
but then it would have the metadata
Oh,
or
sure.
the file name
Yeah,
would be
yeah,
like
yeah.
Caspian horse or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it
and
doesn't get it.
then the third one.
The third one, I pass in an audio file
Okay.
of a car revving. Has to pick which one.
It has to identify the car.
The car, yeah,
From the engine note,
from the engine.
and
yeah.
it's not doing it currently.
It's no,
Okay.
getting it wrong.
This is a good benchmark. We will get there.
Humanity's real last exam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I think those are pretty solid. I have some more. Obviously, I don't want to make them public in case anyone's going to try to benchmark this.
Of course.
But
Of course.
We'll see. Hopefully,
It's funny
GPT-5's out
because
soon.
Yeah.
I was mentioning the other day this app that my dad had of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
tracking like you just set your phone up and it just automatically detects which birds are in your backyard.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, this has to be extremely solvable. It's just something that it reveals the lack of
just
like
fun.
general intelligence when you have to go and collect the horse data set, which should just be out there, or the engine note data set, which should just be out there. But clearly we are in the age of go in RL on the individual problem, and we are looking at like the power law of capabilities. Knowledge retrieval is clearly a $12 billion a year market that consumers will pay for. That will probably grow significantly. And then health and therapy and shopping and all the other features that Fiji Simo laid out in her post. This is kind of like, what will be RL'd against, because those are key pockets of value in the consumer economy. And the same thing will happen in the business economy. But in the B2B context, you'll probably see an individual startup building on top of an API. But even then, most of the model platforms offer kind of RL as a service, fine tunes as a service, something where if you're starting to spend tens of millions of dollars, they will do some customization on top of the model. So that could be the regime for the next few years as we go into this, like, instead of like this centralizing AI force, there's only one company. There's actually like a Cambrian explosion of a ton of companies doing a bunch of different things.